All right, ladies and gentlemen, live on the Utopia Soundstage, Sam and Margot.
Fearlessly embark into the void of the unknown. And I'd like it if you came, but I ain't afraid to go alone. And I've heard it all before, it don't sound pretty when I sing. Well, I killed the puppeteer, I cut the final string, and we sang
tragedy, democracy, abusing of the prophecy. I wrote you my last offering, and I told you where it is. It was buried in my skin, and I hope you find it.
And now a magazine's telling you how to grow younger. Read it and then rip out the page. A limousine's waiting while you pick out a number. Say, I don't need to tell you my age. Well, we can go to the mountains and bathe in the fountains and call it our sweetest escape. With the sun and the stars, they don't know who we are, and we'll never really know why we came. And we'll sing
tragedy, democracy, abusing of the prophecy. I wrote you my last offering, and I told you where it is. It was buried in my skin, and I hope you find it.
And now the smoke leaves my breath like a cloud in my head, or a thought I forget no more, like dust in the wind. And you're burning your youth like a last cigarette, and there's nothing to do, so you feel upset. So set your soul on desolate and make your skin have scales, so at least you have cold blood to drink. If everything else fails, we'll sing
tragedy, democracy, abusing of the prophecy. I wrote you my last offering, and I told you where it is. It was buried in my skin, and I hope you find it.
So that song was Tragedy, Democracy. This is Ancient Town. I went walking into ancient town, in an ancient city on some ancient ground. Stuck my head into a broken home where some ancient men lived years ago. Well, those ancients come and those ancients go. They take their women and they take their gold.
Built the tombs in bright white stone with a diamond crown and an emerald throne.
And they'll still be here when I'm long gone. And you'll take your picture and you'll move on. That ancient town,
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 that ancient town
on ancient ground. You see, I set out walking just to seek some soul. I saw Athens and I saw Rome. Disconnect and I stopped my phone, and I learned the type of things you only learn on your own. Sailed the sea all white with foam, and I
lived far away and I called it
home. That ancient town,
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 that ancient town
on ancient ground. Let's go. Now I'm trying not to worry about what comes next. I'm just breathing through all my stress. I tore up a book filled with my regrets.
It was so hard to read like an ancient text.
Try to make me pick some religious sect, but I'll
Pray to the God that'll watch
my neck. That ancient town.
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 That ancient town
On
on ancient ground. That ancient town.
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 On ancient ground.
On ancient ground.
On ancient ground.
On ancient ground.
That ancient town. On ancient ground.
All right, Radio Woodstock 100.1. Sam and Margot here on the Soundstage. I'm wondering if there is a specific ancient town or is it every town?
Well, it is a specific one. See, I wrote it in India actually, and you know, India is a very ancient city, and I spent that year traveling. So I guess I sort of walked on the ruins of a lot of old civilizations.
Yeah, you did.
And saw that. And you know, the past still lives on, even though we try to cover it up. And you know, this country doesn't have much of a history really
Compared to India.
compared to India. But you know, we're sort of living out the fantasy of many historical ideas and treaties that came out.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I was reading a lot, so this song came
Obviously,
out.
you wrote a book of regrets, too.
Yeah.
Do you carry that with you?
I guess that was my.
He's still writing that.
Everything I do.
Is there a new chapter every day?
No.
Good.
In India, I got into meditation, so that helped me shed off some old layers, some samskaras.
Good. It's good to move forward.
Yeah, to be in the present writing songs instead of a journal of bad diary entries.
How long have you guys been together in this lineup?
2 years, I'd like
All
to
right.
start.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, playing together. Alex is new to the band. He's playing on the keys. We started playing together in like April last year. We've known each other. We met it. Yeah, we met. So
We were playing in Italy, and
Yeah.
then we kind of all hooked up again when we were in the city.
All right. And it's working out? Yeah. You still like each other?
oh yeah, I love everyone here. These are my 4 favorite people.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So the music is on iTunes?
Burn It Down's on iTunes.
Okay.
Under Sam and Margot.
All right. And is it going to be, are you working on a record? Is that something
Yeah,
that,
we're working
that still
on a
works for
record.
you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we just want to get the body of work out there. So, you know, the record is the life force it's got to take. So yeah, we're recording in different increments, and yeah, we just recorded these songs with Simon Felice, Simone, and David Barron up here at the end of September.
Which songs did you do with David and Simon?
We did Ancient Town and the song Burn It Down.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll play that on the next round.
And what did they bring to the table for you?
Oh, just, you know, we had always looked up to Simon, Margot and I. We saw him play here in Woodstock, then we saw him play a couple times in the city, and we loved his record. We loved the Felice brothers, and sort of just bringing the storytelling to life with, you know, with the good production of David Barron. And yeah, so we wanted to sound like that. And so we sent him a few of our very rough recordings. You know, there wasn't really any production done with them. It was basically just a recorder. And he heard them and said that you know, he thinks he could help us get to the next level. So
Here you are.
yeah,
This is the next level.
we've clearly made it.
This is the last
WDSC,
waltz.
yeah. I can die now.
All right, so play some more.
All
Cool.
right.
Sam
This
and
is the
Margot,
song-
Radio
this
Woodstock.
Is the song Burn It Down. It's the song that's on iTunes. retired at the lonesome, deathly age of 22. Not a dollar in my pocket, but a cannon and a noose. I said to you, I'm gonna die soon. You said,
can I die too? I don't know. I guess so. Ooh, burn it down. Ooh, burn it down. Ooh.
now I've said awful things to awful people. I regretted it at first.
But if I didn't say those awful things, then I'd probably feel worse.
Now I'll play my fucking songs to them and watch them walk away.
Oh, I'll play these useless songs to them and watch them walk away.
But I'll play
And I'll play.
burn it down. Burn it down.
And now there's 99% who have trouble paying rent. And where do all the sports cars go when all that money's spent? I'll bring a tent into the town and I'll burn that mother down to the ground.
I was a singer, not a scientist, a poet, not an experiment, forced into a life where all my free will's been inherited, a brain that's cursed by chemistry, a mind inside parentheses, a body acting senselessly, programmed so genetically.
The consciousness amounts to this, a feeling of apocalypse.
Eternity is watching us, and I think they're on to us.
But we could crash into the waves as the tide begins to raise.
And fight against the mind that's so addicted to your praise.
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. There's so many colors here. There's so much green.
As a bird flaps his wings and changes the scene, his feathers are a blue I've only seen in my dreams. There's a man with his child, and the older one aches, so he ditches his father and runs to the lake, and the lake changes shape as the fishermen wait. There's a crab crawling fast to that net, a mistake, and I sit at the lagoon, then walk to my room on a dirt road of rocks, and they get in my shoes. This is the
Most beautiful place I've ever seen. There's so many colors here. There's so much green.
goes away, but told me to stay. She said, go get your book, and when I come back we'll play, and we'll jump in the waves as the sun starts to fade. And I'll look in your eyes for our final days. And she looked at the sea, then leaned into me. She said, I feel small,
but at least I feel free.
and I just had to smile, 'cause I'm still in denial. I may look all grown up, but I feel like a child.
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. There's so many colors here. There's so much green.
And she asked my opinion on war and religion. I said it ain't for me, but I don't make the decision. And the waves crash the shore, see 'em grow and evolve like those thoughts on my surface. And then they dissolve and the sun disappears, but the sky's blue and clear. I look to my side and I see you're still here. I'm allowed to be sad, I still love what I have. The present is now, but the future comes fast. And suddenly I see that it's all make-believe, just a narrated story that allowed me to think. And we made it, we did. And it happened like this, we survived that good ride. Then we both called it quits. I'm alive.
I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive.
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. There's so many colors here. There's so much green.
Radio Woodstock 100.1. Sam and Margot, great job, guys. That was awesome.
Thank
Look for the
you.
song on
Thank
iTunes, and we hope to. I know you're playing Rockwood Music Hall,
Wednesday night, yeah.
and we hope to see you around here in Woodstock.
We hope to
Come up and play some gigs up here, man.
Yeah, we
We'd
Thanks,
love
guys.
to.